Right. What's going on? Are you serious? Are you serious? Well, guys, we've got a serious situation developing in Washington, D.C. tomorrow. Of course, tomorrow's the Georgia elections. Then on the 6th of January, it is the certification of the election. And what we're hearing is there's a lot of pushback coming from quite a few congressmen and senators being led by Ted Cruz. There's a lot on the table here. And now what we're hearing is the mayor of Washington, D.C. is urging for calm and calling for the National Guard to be on the streets of Washington. I understand that's what's going to happen from what I understand. Let me just tell you something real fast here. We got some information coming to us. But first, a quick shout to one of our sponsors over there at noblegoldinvestment.com. That's www.noblegoldinvestments.com. You know, it's a new year. Time for new things. A new administration, maybe, in Washington? Hope not. But our friends at noblegoldinvestment.com have all the protections you're going to need for security of your retirement funds and your savings accounts. You simply want to go to www.noblegoldinvestment.com and get a gold or silver IRA. Just pick up the phone and call Colin Plume at 877-646-5347. That's 877-646-5347. If you qualify for a gold or silver IRA, he will give you this beautiful 5 ounces of pure silver commemorative coin from Apollo 11 moon landing. And this is worth $299. 5 ounces of pure silver. He'll give it to you for free if you qualify for a gold or silver IRA at noblegoldinvestment.com. All right, guys, let me just tell you something real fast. It's getting absolutely crazy in Washington, D.C. The concerns are everywhere. I'm praying for calm and peace, but at the same time, thousands of people, from what I understand, are converging upon the Capitol. They're coming in from all across the country. And now the mayor of Washington, D.C., according to the Associated Press, she is urging for calm. She's saying we need calm, and she's calling on the National Guard to protect the nation's capital. Are you serious? Including the White House. Well, Washington, D.C.'s mayor urged calm today as some 340 National Guard troops have been activated and have been sent into the city to guard the Capitol building as well as the White House for the potentially, what they say, violent protest and riots surrounding the Congress. It's expected to, Congress is expected to certify or to vote for the certification of the election on January the 6th. But according to the U.S. defense officials, Mayor Muriel Bowser put in a request on New Year's Eve to have the National Guard members on the streets of Washington in full regalia on January 5th through the 7th to help with any violent protesting. And there's thousands of Americans that are converging upon the city during those 3 days. The officials are saying that Washington, D.C.'s National Guard members will be used for traffic control and checkpoints and crowd control. Also, the official said that the Washington, D.C. National Guard members will be used, but they will not be armed. I repeat, they will not be armed or wearing body armor, but they will be in their National Guard fatigues. Congress is meeting this week to certify the Electoral College results, and President Donald Trump, of course, is in Washington awaiting the results of this situation. Meanwhile, thousands of Americans concerned from all across the country are converging upon the nation's capital, including members of the Veterans for America and patriots and concerned citizens of the process. Now, during a press conference today, Mayor Bowser asked that people stay away from downtown Washington, D.C. to avoid the confrontations with anyone who's looking for a fight. And now this is according to the Associated Press. But now nobody said anything about that. From what I understand, the concerned citizens are converging upon the nation's capital right downtown, looking for concerns about the process that's taking place in our nation's capital. Also, there will be about 115 National Guard troops on duty at any time in the city normally, but they've called for an additional 750 National Guard troops will be on hand during those 3 days, and more if needed. Some of the intelligence certainly suggests that there will be an increase of crowds, and there are people who are coming to the city that are armed. And I can say that I do have confirmation of that there are people coming that it will be armed. That is being known now around the country. So there's a lot taking place. We're praying for our nation, of course. We're praying that cooler heads prevail, but we're also praying in the midst of all of that the Constitution be followed. And we're praying that everybody put a thumbs up right now. We're praying that America remain free for all people in this volatile time that we're in. We know that we're living in very dangerous times, very, very, very fluid situations developing. Today, he was at the White House, said it was a very tense but somber mood among the staff there at the White House. He even had a chance to meet with the press secretary, Kayleigh McEnany, and the president is still very hopeful and still very upbeat and still very focused on doing the work of the people. Also, Vice President Mike Pence is there and has been meeting with members of Congress, also preparing for the procedures that's going to take place on January 6th. So there's a lot of anticipation of what this may mean. We're going to wait and see what it's all about. But certainly while this is taking place, there's also concerns of across the nation, what might develop in the coming days, as well as the Iranians who have put out a bounty on the head of President Donald Trump, as they would like to see him to be taken out, according to the president of Iran, Hassan Rouhani. So there's a lot of security, a lot of concern, a lot of things happening. We're going to stay on top of it, guys. It's getting very intense. Stay focused. Stay focused. We're living in the last days. Jesus is coming soon. The church needs to be praying. We need to be vigilant. We need to be on our toes in prayer for the times that are facing this country and around the world. We're truly living in the last days. Give your life to Jesus Christ. I'm going to stay on top of all the stories. I can tell you it's very, very, has put in a request and has been granted a request, as she is bringing an additional 750 members of the National Guard, of the Washington, D.C. National Guard, being brought in to be on the streets of Washington, D.C. and to surround the Capitol building as well as the White House, as an anticipation of thousands of people converging upon the nation's capital. And some of them are armed, and some of those are coming just to be there in support and be there with their freedom of speech and their freedom to assemble and their freedom to express themselves about the concerns, about the process that's taking place in our nation. Please give your life to Jesus Christ. Please let cooler heads prevail. Please let prayer be the guide. May the Holy Spirit be our guide in these times of crisis, and pray for the President of the United States and his family, and the Vice President and his family, and pray for our nation, because we're living in the last days. I'll be back with more current world events and how they relate to biblical prophecy, because certainly we're living, guys, in the end times. Get some coffee and calm down.